Game audio looks good. Mic audio looks good. Just waiting on the YouTube preview here to pop up. YouTube preview sounds good. Say something. Round 2 on day 1. Let's go. Alright, pick up the phone, wait for the thing to fail. It didn't this time. Whoa. Well, how about that? I think we're good to go. Hey there, hi there, everybody. Happy Monday. This is part 2 of the featured 5-star Aegon grind. Wound up streaming a little bit earlier today, put up the first 7 million points. Jumping back on now that the 5 stars are back online, refreshed. And just roll through there. Now, I will say the one catch to all this is that I am going for featured 5-star, but I'm doing it without units. That is the goal. So if it gets to a point where it doesn't look like it's going to be plausible to reach the number of points that I need to get by the time the arena ends, then so be it. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it wind up going my way. Just requires a whole lot of grinding. So I'm welcoming you guys to the stream. Glad to have you here. Looking forward to chatting and gabbing with you guys for the next hour and a half, couple hours, whatever it winds up being. As we march bit by bit closer to that big, lofty 70 million goal. I want to take a minute and welcome the latest Vaughn subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Good to have you. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers on digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. So far, we're just starting to wade into the rest of the Abyss Path 1 videos from back in November. That is how long it's been on my to-do list, and now, and only now, as it's starting to, I'm starting to turn them around. So, the idea with all of those is to see exactly how many revives I wound up using on Path 1, how long time-wise it took me, and most importantly, how many free hits I was able to score because I had Heimdall on my team and saving me from certain death. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's been very educational, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I am already grinding. Did my whole shtick while I was grinding. That is just how it's going to be going here. What's up, Apex? Good to see you again, bud. YouTube coins. Wave or wave. Both work. I'm an equal opportunity waiver. Just went from 5-3-1 to 5-4-3. That's a jump. That's a big jump. Congrats to you, bud. Moving right along quite nicely. And yo, Roblox kid, way up there at the top. How are you? Good to see you again. Welcome back, everybody. Feels like we just wound up doing this, but that is good. Wound up putting up just a little bit, extra million points, going through some of the rest of the lower 5 stars, a couple of 4 stars, and then spent basically the rest of the interim time just editing some of those Abyss videos. I will definitely say, it will be nice to have those all good and done and published. It's always that nice feeling, finally be able to like scratch something off the to-do list, especially when that thing on the to-do list is older than the to-do list itself. I was pretty bummed out. I was really hoping that Kabam would announce something today, or have some sort of news, something. But today has been super quiet. I mean, aside from the fact that the Sabretooth synergy buff is not actually a huge Sabretooth synergy buff, and that's getting nerfed into oblivion, but, I mean, that much aside. That much aside. Long story short, if you guys don't know or hadn't heard yet, but the 110 odd some Furies that Sabretooth has been able to stack so far, thanks to the CCP, is in fact not accurate. So in his description it said that he can only have 15 Furies, and despite the fact that he's been able to get more than that ever since he came out a couple years ago, They are just now realizing that, whoops, that is not supposed to be the way that it is, and it is going to be addressed soon. Whether it's addressed before tomorrow, I don't know, because again, you heard it here first. I am speculating that tomorrow is the early access for Sasquatch. Just because the CCP already has Sasquatch and have had him for a little while. Which usually means that right about now, usually on a Tuesday, is when they drop those early access. So if you do decide to go for those early access, I do wish you the best of luck. Hope you wind up pulling them, or pulling any flavor of Guardian as well. Both of them are very, very fun, very passable champs. And enjoy the extra, 1,000 6-star shards or whatever it winds up being that you get on top of it, plus the 30% attack health boost and gold. Just speculating. What's up, man, Falcon? Good to see you again. Happy Monday 2.0. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Hope the day's been good for you guys as well. Okay, so do a heavy attack there, get rid of his Dark AI, and go to town. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Yeah, let's do it this way, actually. Let's do it this way. Feeling pretty good about this. Don't think I'll be able to get this guy down. Yeah, there we go. But now that his rock stacks are down, gets to lay into that guy. Easy peasy. Yeah. Definitely turned out to be a good day. Good for you, Falcon. Good for you. Okay, so I'm looking at it, and I did wind up misspeaking. Turns out there's a bit of back and forth between the CCP and Kabam in regards to Sabretooth. So, reading from Kabam Mike here. Alright guys, we've read your feedback and thoughts, and we agree with the solution that's been tossed around here. Going to apply a cap of 25, at least for now, on the amount of permanent passive Fury effects that Saberman can have on him at one time. He can still gain Fury buffs or Furies from nodes, etc., but the permanent Fury effects he receives from his kit will never exceed 25, or whatever the final number is that they settle on. So, yeah, cool. It's actually nice to see that the bit of back and forth between the CCP and Kabam actually paid off. I mean, really, at the end of the day, none of us would have ever known about any of this because, you know, it's all still hush-hush. And nothing's been released yet, but still, interesting. So here's to hoping whoever the champs are next month, they also wind up having some new, fun, game-breaking, not even game-breaking, fun and interesting synergies with some old champs, breathe some more life into them. Sabretooth has always been really popular, but definitely has lost a bit of his luster in lieu of some of the shinier, newer mutant champs, especially with, you know, Colossus and his buff. But it'd be fun to see if any of the new synergies wind up giving some new love to some old champs as well. The name's Shoe. RobVonShoe. The one and only. You got a quarter acre. I'm jealous. I've got a strip. A communal strip. Well, it's just, you know, a little bit of wild area. It's nice, too. I suppose it just depends on what critters decide to live on the tall grass, at least. Shadow, do they wind up selling those secondhand someplace? Like, reliably secondhand? Or no? Might wind up shaving off a little bit off that cost. There we go. Or you could always rent some goats too. They actually do that out here. You can rent goats by the hour to just graze. That must be a newer thing, because I don't ever remember that as a kid. Only within like the last 5-10 years. Nice. Shield down. Finally do a little bit of spice there. And done. Just depends. Just depends. Some places do, some places don't. I assume, though, I mean, if nothing else, talk with, you know, local farm that has goats, see if you could do it that way, if nothing else. They eat a good bit. I mean, it's going to take, depending on the size of the property and how many goats you decide to rent and whatnot. Few hours, day. Just keep, you know, moving them around. One thing you gotta be careful about is if you've ever used any sort of any traps or any sort of poison or any anti-pest spray or anything, because that's all seeped into the weed and the grass, and if the goats get a hold of that, it's not gonna go well for them. Yeah. Again, it may wind up being a West Coast thing, because I know they do that up in Seattle. They've done that down here in California too. Let's do it this way. No, let's not do it that way. How did I get stuck with this matchup? I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, exactly like you guys are saying. You just fence them in and let them do their thing. Round them up at the end of the day. And there you go. If you put an ad in Craigslist for free grass, do you think you get the wrong type of people looking for grass? I think you might. I think you might. Although at the same time, I think if you put an ad in for Craigslist looking for a single goat 1 day only, I think you might also get a couple of questions. Purely innocent questions, I'm sure. Doink. These Nick Furies are always so much fun to fight. Especially if you're fighting a Nick Fury with someone you have like little to no experience with. Fun times. But that worked out pretty good actually, all things considered. Hey, what's up, Roblox? Good to see you, bud. I'm just saying the wording is very important. Uh-oh. I'm surprised that did like next to nothing. I'm disappointed. Okay, there we go. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm disappointed in you, Doom. Alright, now if you could just be a deer and throw the special. Thank you. So I, in fact, could throw my special. Do that little tit for tat. Laying some bleeds. Good thing I didn't go rushing in. That would have ended very poorly. Very poorly. But as it stands, there we go. That is win number 74. Not too shabby. I mean, slightly shabby, but not too shabby. So I'll pose the informal poll question to you guys. If you guys are interested in Sasquatch, if you're going to be going for him in Arena or going for him in Crystals. Just asking around, testing the water, see what you guys think. Because he seems like a fun and interesting champ. Especially because he's a absolute tank, but he's going to be a huge resource drain if you bring him into offense. That's the downside. Because the game still hasn't decided it wants to do like 5% heal, 10% heal, 15% heal. Alright, come on, my dude. Actually, what do I think of it? Should do it. Yeah. Excellent. Ooh, what are you hoarding for, Shadow? Wait for that signal to come back. Wait for it to come back again. I just have to stand or sit perfectly still so as to not show fear, because the cord can smell fear a mile away. Jeez, that's 4 times in a minute. I'm not even moving that much. That's a good sign, guys. That's a real good sign. You gotta be careful about that, Reaper. You might, even if you have a really high tolerance, you might be super toasty by the time the stream's done. See, and I wish I didn't have to say it all the time. It's just that the AI is always so uncooperative. Like, the point of Arena is to get through it as fast as you can, not sit around and enjoy the dynamics of enemy AI patterns. Well, I'm sure that shiny new bleed immune is going to be right around the corner, Shadow. Then you get to enjoy the new Everest that is actually getting to fight Crossbones. You can instantly rank 565 somebody, no matter what class they're in. That's impressive. Yeah, seriously. It would completely ruin and break the underlying metric of the game, but I wish you could trade champions. Like, I'll trade you I'll take 1 sig off of my Omega, and I'll give you that Omega in exchange for 1 sig off of your champion. Or a full dupe. Got enough for a skilled tech and mutant. That's alright, because the likelihood of getting a bleed immune cosmic or sciences so far pretty low. Like, Corvus is bleed immune sometimes, but he wouldn't be a good counter for that Crossbones fight. It's too early to be yawning like that. Yeah, miles to go. There we go. Just had to plot the absolute perfect counter, I'm sure. So... grenade action right there. Take care of that. Easy peasy. Cheers, everyone. Sorry I moved. I'm sorry. Please work. I swear I'm putting that on my wish list for Santa this year. And the friggin' adapter that actually works. See if Santa's started to branch out into 21st century with some extra tech apparel. You could. You'd need to test it out though, because I think he may wind up getting his heals before Corvus would be able to get and launch a special 2. Because that's counting on having an extremely aggressive Crossbones. And then, you know, just the revives there to boot. Because the Awakened Corvus would be able to survive most all of that. Freaking adapter. Would be able to survive most all of that, which is good. But I'm not even doing anything, adapter. Calm yourself. This hurts me. Sounds good. Coins. There was 5 days to do the grind, right? So then 5 days is what, Friday, right? Marks the end of 5 days. Doink. Boink. But that was a lot of work. That was a lot of work, especially with all the new entries and whatnot there. Which means the new content's probably out August 6th. Okay. So I'm gonna go check that here in a sec. Doink. That would be very good to know. Stop healing. My Ultron can only do so much damage. Didn't they wind up doing a clay version of Courage for like either one of the commercials or like a one-off episode. I vaguely remember something along those lines. What's up, Jose? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, doing real good. Real good. But good to see you. Hope the week winds up going well for you, despite how busy it may be. Hope you get a chance to jump in and get a breather. Alright, so incursions ends in 3.5 days. So that is Thursday afternoon, isn't it? No, Friday. Okay, Friday at 10. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, because Coins, I'm going to be doing mine as soon as Arena's over here on Thursday. But that still gives me enough time to take care of everything. You got to zone 2. What happened? Well, we'll give it our best shot. How about that? And just see what happens. But I am really looking forward to that. Incursion tournaments are a lot of fun. And cheers to Max and Coins for putting all this together. Spinny. I think it's amusing that Namor and Iron Patriot have essentially the exact same special animation. It's just that Namor has a couple extra things going on, so it actually looks cool. Hey, zone 12 isn't bad. Alright, let's try this with Iceman, see how he does. Mileage may vary. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Well then, major props to you, my friend. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a fun idea. I'm really looking forward to jumping in, having fun, and hopefully not getting destroyed. Preferably. Shields down, which means you can have some more fun with energy attacks, physical attacks. And there we go. Korg down. Cheers. Well deserved. Very well deserved. I think stuff like this is fantastic. Like, BAM can keep doing their own thing with their content and all that, and that's great too, but the gamer is really going to live or die but by live or die by what we do ourselves here on the side, you know? Like, the incursion tournaments are fantastic. Fantastic. Like, I had a lot of fun doing the Elsa Appreciation Week. A bunch of other people are doing their own fun spin on things, too. Kind of make it our own, you know? What's up, Denon? Is 5-star Hulkbuster worth a generic rank-up gem? Yeah, I think so. Depends on which other techs you have, but yeah, the new Hulkbuster buff is pretty fantastic. I suppose if it's a generic rank up, it depends on which other champs you'd be interested in ranking up, but yeah, I would definitely say Hulkbuster would definitely be among them. Yeah. You got it. Boink. Doink, 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 doink. Well, even still, bud. Real good idea. Real good idea. Helps bring the community together. And it's always a good opportunity to have a good-natured smack talk with friends. And new friends, too. Shadow, I think he was saying it's a generic rank-up gem as opposed to an awakening gem. Unless I misunderstood. Like, if it's an awakening stone, then no. If it's just a rank-up gem, then a little bit different. See, that's the thing, Coins. First one is going to be as good and as much fun as it is, and then second one's going to be a little bit bigger. Just keep building it up from there. Getting the word out. You never know, bud. I'm hoping. I'm hoping someday. Dude needs a little bit of love. Yo, what's up, Andreas? Who is my favorite champion? Elsa Bloodstone, hands down. Fantastic champ. So much fun to play. Smooth animations. Ridiculously useful kit. Great synergies. Can destroy so many things effortlessly. Very, very, very fun champion. Highly recommend. Boink. Boink. I have a naturally Sig 40 Super Iron Man as a 5-star, but not even a 4-star Beardo. Yep, that is how it goes, I'm afraid. That is how it goes. And sometimes you wind up getting the higher rarity champion before you get the lower rarity one. Like you get a 5-star version of somebody before you get a 4. Or 4 before you get to 3, or 6 before you get to 5. Oh. Ouch. Stop it. Stop it, you. And maybe gold. Maybe gold. It depends. I forget which ones are the ones that include gold for the rank ups and which ones don't. Coins, what you're saying is that you're just ready for the Venom Pool buff. And then you got your like Beyond God tier roster ready to go. You know, you can always hope. You can always hope. Like, the dude isn't bad, but he's not good either, you know? Just in that awkward gray space. Or what he really needs is just a better synergy with somebody. Because he's got the synergy with Venom, but it's kind of average at best. Boink. Hey, there you go. If Venompool gets a buff, I hope they leave his regen off a special one intact. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and it's reliable. It's always nice having a easy, reliable regen that way. Instead of like a chance to proc or whatever. Or maybe an adequate Venompool buff would just be that instead of just stealing one buff for regen, he can steal all buffs for regen. Very nice. I think I've come to the sad realization that I'm going to have to pass on the Tier 4 Basic Arena this time around. Because I opted for the Sunday Arena yesterday and doing the grind now. Let's throw Hulkbuster in there, see how he does. A little apprehensive about that, because that's Hulkbuster's right about where Death Squad territory is. And that is not someplace I want to go visiting. Giant Buster. Forget about all these new interactions he's got. I almost kind of would have liked for them to have changed one of his special attacks like they did with Colossus. Just because, I mean, even though it's the same model and the same, by and large, the same animations, you're still just a little something different. Make him a little bit shinier and flashier to blend in with some of the newer champs. Yeah. Yeah, but it's on a whim. That's a thing. It's on a whim. Well, it's still day one. It is way too early for me to be jaded about or grumpy about an arena grind this early on. Definitely gonna get him. It's gonna be awesome. Go team, go. So I figure this might be safe for now. Steal some of those lower SIG or lower level champs. Get to use them as 330s just for a little extra points. Because, I mean, for this, especially as with no units, hopefully, every bit counts. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Bad rock monster. Bad. Go back to your corner. Okay, so if I was smart, I'd probably burn through the 4 stars right now and get their cooldown going. Never forget the 4 stars. 4 stars add up. Just takes an extra minute to run through them is all. I mean, several minutes. Pass it. Oh, ouch. Stop it. Come on, dude. There's always that chance for them just to stand there without blocking, just standing there. And no matter how long you wait for them to do something, dex, block, attack, whatever, they're just standing there. The second you move is when they parry. No matter how long it is you wait for them to move, the second you move, they parry. Every time. Nice Neuros on Beardo there. Excellent. Excellent. Sweet. 10 mil already. Oh. And didn't lose the connection. Very nice. I'll take that. Yep. Yep. It will be interesting to see what they wind up doing with the adjustment to AI that they're talking about in the roadmap. If that includes the arena champs as well, or bringing up the aggression of champs from map 5 AQ to match 6 or 7. Because hopefully it does involve arena champs as well, because when you're building up your infinite streak, it's absolute crock that like an enemy champ can just run up and then stop right in front of you, which is really one of the only places in the game where anybody can do that. Theo, what's up, bud? Good to see you again. How are you? Happy Monday evening now. Come on, dude. What's up, Jaden? How are you, my friend? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Hope week is treating all you guys well here. Sorry, give me just a sec, but let me just finish quaking this dude. Quake and Bacon. There we go. Are there any good uses for the champion, especially in Act 6-1 and variant? Double duped him out of a 5-star today and trying to look on the bright side. Well, I mean, bright side would be that he's awakened and he'd be great as a backup champ if you bring him with. If you got a shiny Aegon or Thing. I think he's got a Luke Cage synergy too. But now I will preface it by saying that I'm not super familiar with the champion's kit offensively. There are worse champions out there, so that's a silver lining. But again, I do think a lot of the use is going to come from having a stronger option as a synergy champ, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Because last thing you want is to have a killer synergy champ, and then for them to turn out to be a noodle, just in case you wind up needing to use them to finish somebody off. Can I think of a reason someone would use Emma Frost on Crossbones instead of Colossus, since they still bring him along for the synergy? Yep. What Falcon said. Well, that's good, Theo. And now it's time to just kick back, enjoy the evening. I'm doing pretty good. Feel pretty confident about the morning grind. Just taking care of some of the rank 3 5-stars and 4-stars right now. Got the 6-stars coming back off a cooldown in a couple hours. They'll be off stream. Got a good amount of stuff done during the day and had a nummy dinner. Yeah, all in all, for a Monday, yeah, I can't complain either. It was good. Well, the only thing about all that, though, guys, for mutants on Crossbones is you still got to counter his heals, right? So for those champs, I mean, they can survive the bleed and they can survive the poison and all that, but still isn't going to be a slam dunk fight either. Yeah, dude. Feel free. Falcon, feel free. Do have a rank 4 awakened thing, but I find it hard to justify the places on the team for that synergy. It just depends, because the synergy with Thing is fantastic. It's one of Thing's killer apps. If you're a fan of playing fast and loose with a very dangerous synergy that gives Thing a heck of a lot of power, or damage, I should say, specifically. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty solid. Why don't I go for synergies when I choose war teams? Sometimes. Like, sometimes if I have a strong, like, 2 champs, then the 3rd champ could be a synergy for either one of them. But they still have to be useful in their own right, too. Just because you're only allowed 3 spots and you're expected to handle a litany of champs on nodes and situations and whatnot, so every spot counts. Just having a synergy champ that can actually pull their weight and be useful is almost a must-have, you know. Alright, come on, dude. Excellent. Is Black Widow Clairvoyant a good choice for Crossbones? Because that's who I fought with him quite successfully. Plausibly. plausibly. Her damage output isn't super great, but she starts off in the bleed immune phase, so you don't need to worry about that. Just don't ever hit into Crossbones' block. I think the only thing about that, though, is if the heals he gets is passive or active. Because if it's passive, I don't think she can cancel it out. So that'd be something to consider. And then you just have to make sure you've got enough Claire charges to even remove that buff in the first place. Yeah, but it was kind of, overall though, it was kind of disappointing that champion couldn't have been just a wee bit extra spicier. I mean, the Act 6 boss is just disgusting even still, but as far as like champion on offense. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, the only thing I ever have a problem with is if it's super spammy. If anything gets to be super spammy or anyone gets to be super needy or clingy. Or, you know, the usual taboos being naughty. You take that someplace else. Why? Come on. Thank you. What am I gonna do here? Alright. So, let her go into overdrive. There we go. Get rid of all those Phoenix charges, so that way when she heals, she stays at 1% instead of going all the way back up to full. Worth it. Very worth it. Yeah, it'd be something worth testing, I think, Falcon. I would, it's, for me at least, I want to test it. See how far you can push it, because sometimes even if you got like a buff immunity, if it's a node trigger, as opposed to like something that just triggers naturally because of a kit, sometimes it can bypass that, which is very annoying. Go away. Stop it. Stop it. Stop attacking me, dude. I'm really not in the mood to play optimal Annihilus gameplay. Not doing an arena grind. Yeah, and I wound up having the option to pull a champion as well. Dude, you pulled Elsa as a 6-star? Very nice. Very nice. Have you got a chance to take her out for a spin yet and test her out? That's a huge pull. Big congrats, Theo. Big congrats. Let's do that. Heck yeah. Doink. Doink. Got the special off in time. Thought it wound up being a second late. Would have blocked it, but I guess it worked out pretty okay. Hey, at least according to me, you won the game. With that kind of god tier pull right there. So, let's see what we can do against OG Spidey here. If anything. Text punch. And let Electro do the work for me. I love it. Sweet. One more milestone to go. Could just call it quits on this whole thing right there. Pulled Beardo, Simbi, Domino, woke up Aegon, rank 3 Hit Monkey. Yeah, I know you were saying about the Hit Monkey. I remember that. Those are all good pulls. I'm jealous. Yep. Who knows, Apex? Maybe that means that next time you spin out a crystal, you'll get one of those two that were teasing you this time. It'll be a Elsa surrounded by a couple Civil Warriors. It can happen, right? It can happen. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, pretty good is an understatement, dude. And there we go. Another champion down. So, what do we got here next? What do we got here next? Okay, so it's starting to come back up with some of the 5 stars, but I want to get through the maxed out 4s at least first. Keep rolling with that. Keep the show on the road. Just gotta stretch out my creaky, achy joints. Limber up. Hey man, that rule from Zombieland, that carries over for everything. It's not just outrunning zombies. Always gotta limber up. It's a good rule of thumb. No, Theo, I did 6 stars first round. But it's only been 1 round of 6s so far. So the 6 stars are coming off the cooldown here in probably about an hour and a half, couple hours tops. And then once those come off a cooldown, then that'll be another good 5 million points or something. Probably not that many, 3, 4, or something like that. I never counted. Actually, I never counted. Maybe 3. But the 6-star points are just crazy. Also, FYI, the special 2 for Hulkbuster is now completely dexable. I did not dex it right there, but it is dexable. And I have dexed it a number of times already myself. Let's see if we can get one more. Try it. Come on, dude. Well, you'll have to take my word on it. There we go. Finally got that dude down. What am I aiming for? Right now about 70, I think. Shooting for 70 and see where I end up. Because he went for 76. 76 was rank 149. So assuming he goes a little bit lower, you know, solid ballpark to start, about 70. And then, you know, just be pleasantly surprised if he goes lower. I'm expecting him to go lower, but do I get 55k per champ as a 6-star in the 5-star featured arena? No, it's more like yeah, actually, yeah, that's about fair. With Ghost, with Elsa, and with Stealthy, those 3 at rank 3, I can net about 250,000 points between the 3 of them around. So wound up getting 5 million, or get 1 million points every 4 or 5 minutes or so. Really helps speed up the grind, but it's also extremely costly unit-wise. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And there we go. Oh yeah, Theo. 100%. Thing is, though, I've only done milestone grinds since then. Now that video was just a wee bit, or debuted just a wee bit late. So I've been sitting on that for like 4 or 5 days. So it did have, you know, milestones for 5-star arena tied in there, but yeah, I mean, it adds up. It adds up. That's the other nice thing about doing, you know, featured grinds too. Obviously, you're going for the champ and all that's good and great, but then you get a whole heap ton of arena chips too, or battle chips. Which then, if you save those up, wind up getting a bunch of units and gold that way. I mean, you could maybe get a energy refill or Punisher, but the energy refill is more rare than the Punisher for some reason. Let's do it this way. Yo, what's up, Chaotic? It's cool to ask how many 6 stars I have. Yeah, I haven't counted recently. It's somewhere in the realm of 50 odd some, I think. 56 stars. Ish. Give or take. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of luck, but a lot of hard work too. Yep, that's on purpose. The Punisher drop rate is disgustingly low. Like, you have no, you do have a better shot of pulling a featured 6-star out of the FGMCs than you do of pulling a 5-star Punisher out of the Uncollected or a 4-star Punisher out of the vanilla Arena Crystals. I mean, same's true for Immortal Iron Fist. There's just no reason that the drop rates should be that low. And yet, they are. It's very annoying. Punchy, punchy. Yep. I've seen those videos. Like every time that Profoff hosts one of those Arena Crystal videos for research, it's always interesting to see. I mean, just the unit drops, right? But then just how impossibly rare it is to get a Punisher at all. That's why, I mean, I will say that I was very fortunate to pull one 5-star Punisher ever. Like from the time that 5-star Punisher was a thing, like 2 years ago up through now, and me like absolutely living in arenas, right? I have managed to pull one 5-star Punisher a year and change ago. But that's why, like, for the last Hotel MODOK, right? Or not the rifts, the Red Room rifts. When I pulled the Skill Awakening, I was like, you know what? Heck with it. I'm giving this to Punisher. I'm sick and tired of waiting of waking this guy up naturally. Just be done with it. What's up, Shirmori? Coming up on 11 mil currently. I had a healthy dinner, had an energy drink earlier. I am keeping a low profile on that tonight, though. Just because I do want to sleep at some point. Or at least nap. Uh-oh. Doink. I missed that hit by like a fraction of a second. Like my foot was in his face when he threw that special. Shame. What's up, Guido? Cheers, my friend. Alright, do I have one more 4-star team to throw up there? I got, yeah. There we go. And that does it for the maxed 4s. Jump back in, do some 3s after this. Or jump back in and do some of the 5-star rank 3s, I mean. I'm not using 3 stars for this arena. You kidding me? It's asking for trouble. Even if I could, that'd still be asking for trouble. Come out with the announcement, it's like, oh yeah, you can use 3 stars in the featured 5-star arena. I mean, you're gonna get a death squad every time, but you could use them. Oh yeah, dude, I'm thirsty. Gotta stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is actually a more effective way to stay awake than caffeine. Surprisingly enough. Especially if your body is already used to caffeine. Doink. Boink. I love that these guys, or that Kabam's come up with all these ridiculous sound effects to make it sound like whatever it is we're doing sounds really cool. And then there's just me over here acting the clown. It's like, oh yeah, that surfboard, it goes doink and zoink. Uh-oh. That's the last thing. Oh boy, that's not good. That's the last thing these guys hear before they get KO'd is doink and zoink. I figured that's been a while coming. I really hope that that actually is true, Falcon. That death matches are going away. And that's not just being rebranded as something else. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it's the Howard voice. One of these times for April Fools, they need to just change all the voices in the game to the Howard voice. It's exactly it. It's exactly it, Falcon. Wouldn't mind that for an April Fool's either. Get the little sound effect bubbles popping up every time you make contact. Just small, out of the way, you know, but still be fun. Fun, something silly, nice little one-off. There we go. Alrighty, old man. Let's do it. Dance, let's tango. Let's go. What's up, Jack? According to MCOC Trucos, 5-star Guardian is 76 mil cutoff. Yep, that's what he went for first round for rank 149, I think. Actually, I want to throw up some of the weaker champs. These guys. Yeah. Offset it just a little bit. So yeah, I mean, Jack definitely got my work cut out for me, no doubt. But again, I'm still feeling pretty good about it overall. All things considered. Still think it's interesting too that Supreme always comes to battle with a prop. Some people have weapons, some people have staffs. She's got her book from like Page Master or something. Pew pew pew. I have no idea how to play Supreme. Heal me. Thank you. Like, I just presume that's how it works. Put that on the to-do list for someday. Someday. Start burning through some of these science champs here now. Throw Terax in there. I don't really feel like Cable right now. Let's do that. See how that plays out. Terax has got an armor break somehow, right? I just forget how to trigger it. Or just by having the rock stacks up at the start of the fight. Well, no, he's not awakened. He doesn't do that. The rock hurricane, whatever it's called. Rock wall. I don't know. The Terax effect. That's what armor breaks, I think. What's up, Tom? How are you, my friend? Happy Monday. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. To the chaos grind that is this Monday evening. Digging down deep in the 5-star roster for some much needed points. Alright, come on, dude. Thank you. It's freaky. I thought I remembered his heavy attack being 2 hits. Shows what I know. I also realized that I must not be playing Terax, right? I know he's pretty squishy, all things considered. But the fact that I'm 35 hits in and I'm barely at half health, it's not a good sign. But now he's got his armor break up, so that makes life against Killmonger a lot of it easier. Alright, well, there you go. Terax. The Terror Axe Pokemon. Let's do that. Let's do this. And Taskmaster. This whole area is just really getting me really nervous. Just because I never come down this far in the 5-star roster. Like, I've tested it out, and I haven't gotten death squads the way that I'm doing it. I'm always afraid that there's always going to be that first time, that one time I'm wrong. I gotta do this whole damn thing over again. Special? Nope. Yeah, I was wondering how long you'd let me do that in the corner. Oh, no. Stop it. Stop it, my dude. Do not appreciate this. But hey, that worked out pretty good. That worked out pretty good. Yeah, I think I remember that too, Tom, about the Awakened ability. Like, I'm not at the point where I'd be okay giving Terax a Cosmic Gem. I'm not that excited to play him, but I wouldn't be mad if I woke him up naturally out of a crystal somehow. Especially because he's in the current featured 5-star batch. So there's still time. Yeah, Jack. I think the leading speculation is Cosmic Ghost Rider. Could be wrong, because nothing's been announced or even hinted at, but that's my guess. Yeah. But I mean, right now that's only just a name. You know, it really just depends whatever his kit winds up being, if he's fun to play or any of that. That will be the make or break. Cool. So I'm gonna avoid that void. So he would just eat me up with the Double edge I got turned on. That's right. Black Panther Civil War. Is BPCW really the best that we could come up with for a nickname for that guy? Not like Movie Panther or something? Or something a bit catchier? It still is a bit of a mouthful to say that. All that. Come on, dude. Come on. Flying him. Flying him. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Another round in the books. So, time for Ant-Man. Throw Carnage in there, and then I think, yeah, Iron Patriot's next. Wonderful. Wonderful. I guess we can do it this way. Man, talk about 3 champions who are just in the game. Can't wait for the game-breaking God tier overhaul that Iron Patriot gets. Straight from meme tier to God tier. I mean, you'd hope so, right? One would hope so. There we go. Punchy, punchy time. Punchy, punchy. Doink. Oh, is he, Guido? Is he now? Yeah, somewhat less so now, though, Jack. Because you heard all the news from Kabam about that synergy today, right? Long story short for everybody is that Kabam acknowledged that having 110 Furies on Sabretooth is a mistake. And initially they were like, yeah, it says 15 Furies in his kit page, so it's just going to be capped at 15. And then people were like, yeah, but we could do that since forever. And then Kabam was like, oh yeah, we did allow that since forever. So how about we temporarily cap it at 30? Is that good? So it looks like, for now at least, it's going to be capped at 30. Nice little synergy team there. So trade off like that. See what wee little Hawkeye here can do. I'm always so condescending to Hawkeye. Hawkeye's an amazing champion. Super reliable, great bleeds and or poisons depending on synergies. I just always like to make fun of him just because he's just wee little Hawkeye to me. Okay, so... excuse me. Oh boy. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Stop it. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Here, taking care of this. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, isn't it? We're gonna find out who the new featured champ is, most likely the early access for Sasquatch, hopefully some news related to the boss rush. A lot of good stuff. Ouch, stop it, no. No me gusta. Stupid. Stupid. You have like a 0% chance for that freaking auto block to trigger, except when it's least convenient. Yes, that is true, Guido. If you do use boosts, you do get more points. So if you got a 10%, 20%, or 30% attack and health boost, you do wind up getting a minor amount of extra points per round, so long as the boost is active. However, the math for it doesn't quite work out, because the points you gain by having the boost on are so small and negligible that over the course of, just say, 30% boost, you're only going to get enough extra freebie points for like 1 round, maybe 2, refreshing your 6 stars. So if you've got boosts expiring and they're going to go to waste otherwise if you don't, well, that's that. That was a fail on that parry. So if you had boosts expiring, then yeah, definitely go ahead and use those for arena. Just scoop up the extra points. Don't let it go to waste. But if you're going to be blowing boosts for the sole purpose, that's not good. For the sole purpose of getting extra points, then no, it's not worth it. That is a nasty shot. And I am nowhere near special 3. That's not good. There we go. Ah, boy. That was hairy. That was hairy. Definitely don't want to lose the streak. Just by being cheap. Alright, so who do we got left here? We got Sparkles, we got Cyclops, and then let's throw Reed into the mix there. Let's do this. I don't really like that at all. Yeah, I really don't like that at all. Imagine a Thor Jane Foster buff. I'd be all for that. Give her a little bit extra utility, a little bit extra damage, make the shock a bit more reliable, or something completely spicy out of left field. Better synergies for sure. Her synergies are trash. Come on. Alright, we'll do it this way. Please don't get pushed to special 3. Beautiful. Yeah, Reaper, I'd go for that too. I'd go for that too. Just something. Maybe it'll just wind up being one of those number reworks that they were talking about. Such a negligible amount of damage. There we go. Jack says, Sabertooth, Red Guardian, Omega, Sasquatch, Doom, or Starkey. Well, that's a number of champs right there. Oh, as far as like best synergy team, you mean? Come on. Come on. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I would probably, I'd probably have to go with the first one between Sabertooth Guardian, Red Guardian, Omega Red, Sasquatch, and Doom, because just Omega Red and Doom by themselves can get you through 95% of all content. And then Sabertooth, Red Guardian, and Sasquatch would be nice, like, seconds waiting in the wings to help. Because Quake is going to carry you for a lot of stuff. Nick Fury's good. Ghost Rider's good. Blade is good. And Starkey's good. But, I mean, Doom has the best power control out of all of those, and Omega Red has the best damage and heals. So, like, for the Blade Nick Fury team, if you run into a debuff immune or a bleed immune node, you're gonna have a hard time. That automatically negates two useful champs. Starkey's great, but he's squishy. Ghost Rider, I think, is the best utility all around of the lot. Yeah, but that's tough. Some real solid champs. There we go. A little bit of a delayed reaction there, but I'll take that all the same. Cheers. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's feed some of these 4-stars, see how that goes. Cool. Terax fight. I should have put Iron Fist for Nova, though. That would have been better. Terax is just... Terax. Was it 25 Terax charges or 50 that he needs to get a single persistent charge? I forget. I think it's 50. Yeah. There we go. That works. That works. Alright. Come on. Not the special attack I would have preferred, but I guess that all works a little bit, right? Cool, cool, cool. Freaking Nova and his block nonsense. It's auto block. It's like, my dude, you're just an arena champ. I don't want to have to like do a whole song and dance getting around your kit. That's just silly. Yeah, stupid Nova. Stupid Hella for doing no damage too. Definitely not optimized for arenas. Alright guys, I'm gonna say this is probably the 5-minute warning here. Wind up getting through this team, this arena team here, and then after that, probably do the sign off and call it a night. But overall, it's been a really successful day one here so far. I think I'm off to a good start. Cautiously optimistic about the next few days, and you know, come Thursday morning, hope for the best. Definitely hope for the best. Ouch. Ouch. Hey, what's up, Skull? Glad to catch you here at the tail end of things. Caught me right as I'm starting to shut down shop for the night. But hope Monday's been treating you well, my friend. Boink, boink, boink. Yeah, I'll take that regen. That'll come in handy. Mr. Havoc here just ain't being extra cooperative. And me doing just completely negligible amounts of damage. Jeez. Alright, there we go. Cool deal, guys. Cool deal. Wait for the cord to figure out its business right up top there. There we go. Excellent. That is going to do me for tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been real cool getting to gab and chat with you guys here over the last hour and almost 2 hours. But I'm tired. I need a nap. It's definitely nap time. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, if you kindly like and subscribe to the channel, each and every bit of that does help me out immensely, and I do very much appreciate it. Got a bunch of cool stuff coming out here later this week. It is Abyss completion week for me, so I'm finally getting around to uploading the rest of the videos from my original Path 1 completion. Curious to see how many revives I wound up using, because I never kept track. How long time-wise it took me, and most importantly, how many free hits Heimdall got me just by being on my roster. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be live streaming here most of the rest of the week here, same time, same place. Hope to catch you guys then. But until next time, everybody, take care, talk soon, stay safe, And be well, everyone. Bye for now.